I'm Sash Tarofsky from Rockdale City Suns, and you're watching Football New South Wales TV.
It was goals, goals, goals in round 4 as the IGA National Premier League New South Wales Men's 1 turned on some stunning football. Blacktown City FC travelled to Lambert Park to meet Leichhardt. Rockdale searched for their first win against the Spartans. Bonnyrigg looked to continue their run at the top against Manly. And in our match of the round, Sydney United 58 host Sydney Olympic at Lily Holmes Stadium. The round kicked off on Friday night as Blacktown City travelled to Lambert Park, and Sean Rooney could have given Blacktown the perfect start on 6 minutes when he saw his shot slip agonisingly wide. Matthew Lewis opened the scoring though for Blacktown in the 24th minute after curling a shot around Ryan Norville in goal. It should have been 2-0 just 2 minutes later when Ruji Miyazawa was brought down in the box, but Ryan Norville pulled off a great save to deny Travis Major from the spot. Blacktown did make it 2-0 in the 32nd minute when Harris Gay-Tats has continued his recent goal scoring form. Apia hit back just 2 minutes later when Nikola Taneski put Apia back in the contest after slotting home from the spot. But seconds later, Blacktown had a 2-goal cushion once more when Sean Rooney went up the other end to make it 3-1. There was some confusion around Rooney's goal, with both Kaiser DePuzzo seeing yellow before the referee's assistant gave the goal. The action didn't stop there though, as Blacktown found themselves down to 10 men on the stroke of half-time, and Andrea Del Broco was sent off for a foul on Brendan Riley. Apia made the most of the advantage in the 60th minute when Nikola Taneski grabbed his second to cut the lead to 1. Blacktown went down to 9 men in the 74th minute when Rooney went off for a second bookable offence. Apia hit back in the 88th minute when Gerard Ofue made it 3-3, which saw both sides took home a point. So a thrilling game at Lambert Park, 6 goals in all, Apia Leichhardt 3, Blacktown City 3. The Sutherland Sharks were back at Seymour Shore to meet the Central Coast Mariners Academy. Visitors had an early chance inside 2 minutes when Chris Payne fired over with a goal beckoning. Sutherland struggled to get into the game, but Penny Nikas came close to putting the home side in front in the 42nd minute. Jordan Nikolowski put his body on the line in the 69th minute to deny Sutherland. The winning goal came in the 76th minute when who else but Penny Nikas fired home after Nikolowski beat away a shot from Alasi. So full time at Seymour Shore, Sutherland Sharks 1, Central Coast Mariners Academy 0. Rockdale City Suns travelled to Blacktown to meet the Spartans, and the home side got off to a flyer. In the 20th minute, Rockdale had their first shot in anger. Paul Reed had a long-range effort saved. Diogo Parchena pulled off a fine save in the 21st minute from Brian Sawani's header. It was the Spartans though who opened the scoring a minute before the break when Wissam Hijazi headed them in front. Rockdale were level in the 60th minute when Brendan Gann was brought down in the box. Richard Cardoso stepped up, and although he had his initial penalty saved, he was on hand to show great poise to fire in the rebound. Cardoso put Rockdale in front in the 79th minute when he scored a second with a fine finish. The Spartans had a late chance in the 91st minute, but Hijazi could only head over the bar. So 2-1 it finished, and the Suns with their first win of the season. It was 4th vs 1st at Cromer Park when Manly hosted Bonnyrigg. Bonnyrigg fired home 5 goals last round, and it took him just 14 minutes for Robbie Eunice to add to his tally with a fine header. Bonnyrigg had another chance in the 27th minute when Eunice teed up Mitchell Long, who blazed over. Manly could have equalised in the 41st minute when Danny Grant went close with a header. And hearts were sent fluttering in the Bonnyrigg camp when Ben Spruce was shown a straight red for this tackle. Josh Lawson almost made Bonnyrigg pay just on full time, but he saw his effort go just wide of the post. So 1-0 it ended, and Bonnyrigg keeps setting the pace at the top of the table. Marconi were at home against the South Coast Wolves, with both teams looking for their first win of the season. Miller at Simonovic thought he'd given the Stallions an early lead on 11 minutes, but saw his shot cannon off the underside of the bar. "29 minutes into the game and the South Coast Wolves were down to 10 men when Jacob Timpano saw red after pushing the ball over the bar. Taj Purcell was ordered to take the penalty twice, but put it away with aplomb. Anthony Proyer compounded the pressure on the Wolves when he made it 2-0 just 2 minutes later. It was much of the same in the second half when Anthony Proyer bagged a double in the 62nd minute and made it 3-0. The South Coast Wolves had a consolation goal in the 90th minute and Mitchell Del Turco made it 3-1. But Marconi took all 3 points in their first win of the season. Marconi 3, South Coast Wolves 1. Time for our match of the round now, and Sydney United 58 are looking to make it 4 from 4 when they take on Sydney Olympic. So Henderson goes long. All alone on halfway is Stamatellis. Sydney United can control things here. Trefiro sends a spear down the line. Yamauchi looks up. Beats his man. Tries to whip him across. He's got Molesky at the far post. Oh, took a deflection, an important one. Here's Sydney United again. Spear. Well, that's a good ball down the line in search of Yamauchi. Glavas has found his way into the box. He goes down. Penalty. Well, hasn't Luca Glavas found his way to the penalty spot this season? It's a penalty. Here is Glavas. He's been picture perfect from the spot this season. And he is once more. Sydney United hit the front from a very familiar source. It's Luca Glavas again. As we look at the in-goal replay, and he just doesn't miss from there. Luca Glavas. Perfect from the spot yet again in 2013. Cross comes in. Looks like it's going to fall to Salome. Dances. Here is Salome. Oh, good save. And as we look at the replay once more, Salome danced his way in the 6-yard box and shot was a good one. So here is Pavlovic trying to find his way into the box. Here's Molesky now. Oh, Yamauchi's going to try something rather audacious. Look at the replay, Yamauchi. It would have been a stunning goal, but only confined over the bar. Stamatellis, Trefiro. O'Connell with a shot. So Olympic just hack it clear. So here's Bozic. He throw it long. He can only send it straight to Gautier for Olympic. Here is Macris on the ball, the Olympic captain. What can he work from here? Macris goes into the box, gets it to Gautier. Nice cutback, but good clearance from United. Here is Gautier down the left-hand flank. All gets chopped down. Well, Trefiro did well to win the ball. Full credit. Now United can go away. Here's Yamauchi. Oh, crunching tackle. What will the colour be? It'll be yellow. Certainly got the man. Oh, he's going to be off. It's his second yellow. Well, Brett Studman, crunching tackle from behind. It's certainly a tackle you don't make when you're on a yellow card. There's a question mark over whether he got some of the ball. But certainly on a second yellow, you've got to show caution. And Brett Studman will go off. So United play the short corner now. Here is Glavas. Trefiro. Hasn't he been heavily involved this afternoon? Gets to the byline, cuts it back. Oh, bundling around. Shot comes in. Oh, just wide from Tomelic. So they pump it long through Spear. Trying to pick out Pavlovic, and it's fallen to him. Pavlovic just holding the ball up, looking for support now. Has Trefiro. Send it wide. Comes in. Oh, it's bundling around the box. A chance. Oh! Centimetres in it. Henderson made the save. So we look at the replay. Just couldn't quite get under his feet, Barrich. And Henderson. Henderson pumps it long now. Running out of time. And they'll win a free kick. Here is Danaskos. IGA goal of the week last week. He takes it. Oh, doesn't miss by much. So a 1-0 win for Sydney United 58 in our match of the round. 4 from 4 to start the season. And Mark Ruden's men are flying high.
Pete, obviously a big game for you today. Emotional one as well, 19 years at Sydney United 58, but playing against your old club and you're skippering today, which is good. How did you feel? Obviously the loss wasn't a great one, but overall?
Overall, we could have played better, but we did battle with a man down. A bit of inconsistency with the referees didn't help either. Things should have went our way, which didn't. But credit to City United and the group there. They picked up the 3 points and we didn't.
Look, it was a hard game. I think we're at 50% most of the game. Look, we didn't really get into it as well as we should have, and obviously the result didn't go our way. We had our chances, but we got a man sent off, so there's not much we can do about it. We really need to step up next week if we want to make it into the finals. We've got the potential, and hopefully we can get the win next week.
Look, at this stage of the season, main thing is always to get 3 points and to keep the team doing well, to get into good habits and get in winning ways. And we did that again today. Not our best performance by any means, but we did what we had to do to get 3 points, and we look on to next week now. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's my second spell with United. First one was back in 2009, I think. So yeah, I just sort of started back, and familiar faces, and it's a good feel around the club, and boys are great, and I'm just really happy to be back home at United and looking for a successful season.
Like Tricky said, it was a phenomenal match. You know, we got the 3 points. Like I heard guys saying, I'm new to the team, but apparently we like to grind out wins and make it interesting on ourselves. But no, it was great. You know, it's good to get a win against a rival. So yeah.
Looking at the results now, and RPA Leichhardt shared the points with Blacktown City FC after a 3-3 draw at Lambert Park. Rockdale had their first win for the season with a 2-1 win over the Blacktown Spartans at Blacktown Football Park. Bonnyrigg continued their form at the top of the table with a 1-0 win over Manly United. The Sutherland Sharks got the win at home with a 1-0 win over the Central Coast Mariners Academy. Sydney United 58 made it a perfect start with a 1-0 win over Sydney Olympic at Lilyholme Stadium. And in our final match of the round, Marconi got their first win for the season with a 3-1 win over the South Coast Wolves. Looking at the ladder now, and it's a 2-horse race on top as the Bonnyrigg White Eagles sit on top spot on goal difference with 12 points. Sydney United 58 in second spot, also on 12 points. Sutherland Sharks are next on 10 points. Manly United on 6 points in fourth. Sydney Olympic in fifth, also on 6 points. Blacktown City FC in 6th with 5 points. Marconi and Rockdale, fresh off their first wins of the season, are in 7th and 8th on 4 points each. RPA Leichhardt Tigers in 9th spot with 3 points. Also on 3 points in 10th spot is the Blacktown Spartans. And in 11th spot, South Coast Wolves with 1 point. And the competition new boys are on the bottom of the ladder with the Central Coast Mariners Academy on 1 point. Taking a look at next week's games, and Central Coast Mariners Academy host Blacktown City FC at Plume Park on Saturday night. Bonnyrigg White Eagles welcome the Sutherland Sharks to the Bonnyrigg Sports Club. The Blacktown Spartans travel down the coast to meet the South Coast Wolves at John Crean Park. And old rivals Sydney Olympic and Marconi battle at Belmore Sports Ground on Sunday afternoon. The Rockdale City Suns are at home against Manly United at the Linden Sports Centre. Rounding out the round, RPA Leichhardt Tigers are at home to Sydney United 58. Well, that's all we have time for this week's show. Join us next week for our match of the round between the Bonnyrigg White Eagles and the Sutherland Sharks. See you next time. Football New South Wales would like to thank its sponsors, IGA, Subway, Coca-Cola, Elastoplast, Foxtel, Hummel and Nike, the official ball sponsor of the IGA New South Wales National Premier League's Men's 1.